I've met moms who get a ridiculous amount done while staying calm. They stayed grounded and somehow still looks happy and put together. This type of woman makes zero excuses. She doesn't wait for someone to give her permission. Her kids respect her. Her home flows with ease, and she still finds time for herself. And we can be left wondering, what does she have that I don't? This mom operates with high agency, and she wasn't born with it. It's a learned skill, a developed mindset, a strategic advantage. And when us moms learn to use it, it becomes a cheat code for our life, in our career, relationships, and personal growth. I've been using the high agency framework for over 10 years now. This framework, I'm confident, can also work for you too. That's if you're willing to put in the work. Let's define high agency, what it actually means, and why moms need it the most. High agency is the ability to look at any situation, even the stressful, messy, overwhelming parts, and say, I can change this. I can figure this out. I can influence the outcome. A low agency mom feels stuck in survival mode. That's just how things are. Or I don't have time, or I wish things were different. Low agency is passive, draining. It keeps me reacting instead of leading. As a high agency mom, that flips everything. What can I control today? What's the next logical move? How do I create the result I want? Being high agency is not about controlling everything, it's about controlling your choices inside everything. And for moms juggling kids, crazy schedules, emotions, careers, relationships, and constant curveballs, high agency isn't optional. It's your leverage. High agency is the ultimate cheat code. You stop pouring time and emotional energy into things you can't influence. You stop fighting reality. You stop replaying the same frustrations in your mind. You stop holding guilt for outcomes that were never yours to control in the first place. And instead, you meet each challenge with intention, clarity, and confidence, fully focused on what you can impact. You make fast decisions. There's a sense of urgency. High agency moms act quick. They course correct. They stay in motion because momentum protects your sanity. Operating with urgency doesn't mean rushing, it means refusing to stay stuck. You just keep going. Your kids learn by watching, not listening. Kids absorb your behavior more than your instructions. A child raised by a high agency mom learns, I can figure things out. I'm responsible for my choices. Problems don't break me, they train me. This is how resilience is built. You build an unshakable reputation with yourself. Every time you say, I'll do it, and you do it, your confidence expands. You stop questioning your abilities because your habits prove your capabilities. That's why this mindset is so powerful. It transforms your identity from the inside out. Here are 5 proven strategies to step fully into high agency as a mom. These are the exact tools that moved me from reactive to proactive, from overwhelmed to aligned, from surviving to leading, and actually feeling in charge of my own life again. So here's strategy 1: shrink the problem to something you can change today. When a situation feels massive, emotional, or chaotic, don't take it on all at once. Zoom all the way in. Ask yourself, what part of this is actually mine to control? So if your kids are fighting, you can't dictate their emotions, but you can control the structure they operate within, the routines, the expectations, and the environment. What about no time for self care? You can't magically add more hours in the day, but you can redesign boundaries. adjust routines, or delegate tasks that don't need to be yours. Shrinking the problem does three things instantly. It gives you clarity. Clarity drives action. Action builds momentum. Momentum is where agency grows. Ask yourself this phrase daily: what's the smallest lever I can pull right now? Because small levers repeated consistently create massive change. Strategy two: replace complaints with experiments. High agency moms don't complain their way into solutions. They test their way into them. Instead of, I can't get my child to listen, try, I'll test one communication approach for 48 hours and see how it goes. Here's another one: I'm inconsistent. What about trying, I'll commit to a 7-day micro habit? Last one: this routine isn't working. How about trying, I'll tweak one variable and observe? Experiments remove the pressure to be perfect. They create data, learning, and progress. The key tactic for this strategy is to reframe every struggle as an experiment, not as a failure. Strategy three: build a bias for action. Our brains hate starting, but it loves finishing. The hack here is to tell yourself, I'll do 5 minutes, then I can stop. Try 5 minutes of decluttering, stretching, maybe meal prep. What about journaling, cleaning, or just simply planning? 5 minutes builds the muscle of follow through. It teaches your brain we start things, we do things. Once you start, you usually keep going. It becomes a habit. Even if you stop, you still showed up, and showing up is the foundation of high agency. Strategy four: rewrite your identity first. Behavior flows from identity, not the other way around. If you see yourself as overwhelmed, inconsistent, or not that kind of mom, you will act accordingly. Switch to identity based language. I'm a mom who finds solution. I follow through on the commitments that matter. I model problem solving, so my kids learn problem solving. This identity shift is subtle but massively powerful. Try this every morning and ask, what does the high agency version of me do today? Then do one thing that aligns with that version. Identity compounds slowly and then suddenly. Last strategy, strategy five: audit your inputs, because environment is bigger than willpower. You will never outperform the environment you're operating in. High agency thrives in structure, clarity, and intentional inputs. Upgrade your environment. Follow like minded moms and educators who teach solutions, not chaos. Consume content that empowers you, not content that overwhelms you. Build microsystems, just predictable routines, default decisions. Systems reduce the mental load. When your brain isn't drowning in decisions, you have more capacity to lead. Set one default this week, maybe a default workout. Default, read a book. What about an early bedtime? Defaults automate the routine so you have agency left for real decisions. The truth about high agency parenting: the ripple effect. When you embody high agency, your kids learn to take responsibility, think critically, adapt without melting down, solve problems creatively, regulate emotions with more maturity, and most important, follow through. High agency is generational. It gets passed down through modeling, not messaging. And here's the best part: you don't have to be perfect. We just have to lead with intention. Our kids will learn more from watching us navigate challenges than from watching us avoiding them. If you're tired of feeling reactive, if you want your personal and professional life to run smoother, if you want to feel like the CEO of your life, high agency is your unlock. I'd say start small. Pick one tactic from this video and put it into action and practice it daily. You just need to take the next controllable step. If you found this video helpful, please hit subscribe and comment below. Let's build a community of moms who move with intention and raise kids who do the same. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.